So all of a sudden your dryer won't dry. Drum spins, air blows, never gets hot. Now there's a couple of things that could be wrong, but some things are much more likely than others. And here this is the back off a Kirkland Whirlpool, so a Costco Whirlpool, which I guess is a Sears unit. And you've got a number of nanny state safety switches. So you have some over temp switches that protect it, probably because maybe your dryer vent was plugged, either the output or the lint trap. But you just want to check for continuity. That is to say that power flows across them. And as long as power flows, unplug it. This is some big boy power in here. As long as power flows across them, so you hear the tone there. It's a little harder to do. Okay, as long as power flows across them all when it's off, that is to say cool, they're functional. And this is just multimeter, and I have it set on tone. So all it's doing is telling me, hey, you got a continuous circuit. And then over here you have sort of a Hail Mary dummy thermal switch. Okay, so if you check across the power at these units and you've got continuity through all of them, that's not the problem. If your drum's turning and your fan is blowing and you got no heat, that's almost certainly the problem. But if it's not, then you might have bad elements. I can't tell where the wire's coming in.
Dad, can I go play?
Yeah, Buster. Here's the element. Okay, there's the ceramic of the element coming out, and so the element is that red one, and I believe that orange one. So basically, this switch is all in line with it there. As long as you're getting the beepity beepity beep, then it's probably not that. More likely, it's one of those switches. Very likely, it's that one down there, or that one up there. Barring that, then you've got the hat trick like we have, which turns out to be apparently a very rare failure point. We got a bad knob, because during my testing I found out that all of the elements light up as long as the knob is on the fluff wrinkle setting or the automatic dry setting. We normally just use time dry, and that it no longer works. So I really don't know how that's functioning in the mix. I'm not sure how that circuit's going, but it's quite clear that that's what's failed. Is I get all my elements, everything checks out down here, and all my elements fire up normally until I put it on time dry, and then I just blow some cool air. So that'll require something different, I guess. But if your dryer has taken a dumper on you, and you can hear the fan blowing, but you don't get any heat, almost certainly you're going to find out it's that or that. Just make sure you unplug everything before you work on it, because there's a lot of magic pixies in the back of an electric dryer. Lots of the magic pixies. And if you let the smoke out, it'll probably be out your fingertips. So unplug it. That. By the way, you can get generic replacements for these pretty cheap. I mean, this is their own proprietary mount, which is probably the only pain in the butt for you. But I'll bet you find that a lot of dryers use that same proprietary mount, and that should be really cheap. And these, you should be able to get, generic temperature. That's all it is, a limiting switch. So you should be able to get those relatively inexpensively. Just get the model numbers off them. Get them Amazonian right to your home.